Hey everyone, welcome to the fourth episode of the Wio Terminal Classroom. So in this episode, I will teach you guys how to draw images on the LCD screen of the Wio Terminal, and I will revise what we have learned so far in this tutorial series, and at the end of the video, you'll be able to build a simple LCD project on the Wio Terminal. So without further ado, let's start. So now I will explain how to load and display images on the Wio Terminal LCD screen by loading the image into the SD card. So at first you need to install the libraries for the SD card. So you need to visit this page in order to download the libraries. So after you visit this URL, you can go to this repo and then download it as a zip file. After that, you need to go to this also, the SFUD repo, and then from there download it also as a zip file. So after you completed downloading, open the Arduino and go to Sketch, include library and add .zip library, and from there go to the location where you have downloaded the libraries. So here you can see both the libraries. So first install this library. It says library added to your libraries, and after that go ahead and install the other library. So now you have successfully installed the SD card libraries. So moving on, we need to configure the image first to display on the LCD screen. So now we are going to choose the image that we are going to display on the LCD. So we are going to use this logo. So what we need to do is we need to open this first with Paint, and then you need to specify the size because it needs to fit the Wio Terminal screen. So the screen pixels, so you need to change it to pixels, and then 320 and 235 vertical is okay because the screen resolution of the Wio Terminal screen is 320 by 240. So this set this resolution and then press OK. After that, go to File, Save As, and then save it as a .bmp file, and then rename it as logo and save it. After that, we need to convert this BMP file into another special BMP format through our Python script. So to do that, let's go and create a new folder, and let's name it as BMP converter, and let's create a new folder called BMP and copy this and paste it inside this BMP folder. After that, we need to download this Python script. So let's go ahead and download, and then copy this Python script inside this folder, BMP converter folder. Now you need to run Python on a computer in order to convert this .bmp file into a special .bmp file. So to do that, first let's go ahead and download Python from this website. I will give a link in the video description down below. So let's download the latest Python from here for Windows. So if you are on Mac, you can select the Mac version. So let's go ahead and install Python, and you need to select add Python 3.8 to path. This way only you'll be able to use Python with command prompt. So let's install now. So now Python is successfully installed on your computer. So after Python is installed, go ahead and open command prompt and visit this directory. So let's change the drive to D because here we are on C, so we change to D, and then CD means change directory to Wio Terminal video series, and then CD BMP converter. After that, you need to run this .py script. So we write Python BMP converter.py. So here it gives an error. It says no module name PIL found. So what we need to do is we need to install pillow, pip install pillow. So now let's run the code again. Python bmp converter .py. So it says whether you need 8-bit or 16-bit image. So here I want a 16-bit image. So I select 2 and now the image is generated. So let's go ahead to this folder and go to this folder which is already generated, RGB565, and here you can find the newly generated image file. After that, insert a micro SD card into the computer and copy this file and paste it inside the SD card. Now eject the SD card and insert it back to the Wio terminal. So in order to display images on the Wio terminal LCD screen, you need to first download this library. So let's go ahead and download this library, and we need to make sure that this library is copied into the same location as your sketch. Now open Arduino. After that, save it. I will name it as images, and then you need to copy the raw image.h file and paste it inside the sketch that you just created. So now open this Arduino file and let's start writing our codes. So first we need to initialize the TFT LCD library. So TFT espi.h, and then we need to include the SD card library fs.h, and finally we need to include the raw image.h library. After that, let's initialize the LCD screen by writing TFT espi TFT. After that, let's initialize the SD card by writing if sd.begin SD card SS pin SD card SPI while 1, and then let's initialize the TFT LCD screen by writing tft.begin, and let's set the rotation, set rotation as 3. Now let's draw the image by writing draw image, and here I will write uint 16t because I have generated a 16-bit image. If you have generated an 8-bit image, you need to replace this 16 by 8. So the image name, which is logo.bmp, and here is the location, X location and Y location. And now let's upload this code to the board and see the result. So now you can see the result on the screen. So now let's see what we have learned so far in the Wio Terminal Classroom series. So I started this series with a video explaining you about how to draw different text on the LCD screen, and in the next video I explain you how to add different fonts to your text. In the following video I explain you how to draw different shapes, these kind of shapes, and at the end of that video I explain you how to combine these shapes and draw an object. So in the beginning of this video I explained you how to display different images on the LCD screen, and now what we will do is we will try to combine everything that we have learned so far and build a simple project. So what are we going to build? Well, we will try to display this on the Wio Terminal LCD screen. So first we will write these two text strings with different font styles, and then we will draw these circles, draw these rectangles, and finally we will display these two images to complete this simple project. So before building this project, we need to ask ourselves, what do we need? So to draw text with different fonts, to draw shapes, and to display images on the LCD screen of the Wio Terminal, we need to install their relevant libraries. So for the text with different fonts, we need this library, and to draw shapes, we need this library, and in order to display images, you need to load the images into the SD card, and to use the SD card, you need two libraries, and finally, you need this library to display the images on the SD card. So let's go ahead and install these libraries into Arduino IDE. First, we need the freefonts.h library, but actually this library is already installed with the Wio Terminal board libraries. So you can go ahead and search for this file first, freefonts.h. You can search it in the search bar first and go to this file, and you need to make sure that you include this file in your Arduino sketch. So let's go to Arduino first, and let's save this, and let's save it as simple UI. Now let's go into that folder, simple UI, and let's copy and paste this file into this. So this one you need to keep in mind to include the freefonts.h file inside your Arduino sketch. Next, to draw shapes, we need the tft-espi.h library, but you don't have to install this library separately, because once you install the Wio Terminal board library, this library gets installed as well. So you just have to call this library in your Arduino code and it's going to work. After that, we need these libraries to display the images. So in the beginning of this video, I have explained to you how to install these libraries. Finally, the rawimage.h library, I have explained to you that you need to include this library in your sketch. So let's go ahead and do that. So in order to download this rawimage.h library, you need to visit this URL. I will give a link to this URL in the video description, and you can download this. After that, you can go to your Arduino directory that we have created before, the simple UI, and then copy and paste it inside this directory. So we have the simple UI Arduino file, we have the freefonts.h file that we have copied and pasted here before, and now we have included the rawimage.h file. So those are the libraries that we need to get started with this simple project. So before we write our codes, let's copy these two images into the SD card. So before we do that, we need to convert these two images into the .bmp special version, as I have explained to you in the beginning of this video. So these are the two images. I will attach a link to these two images in the video description down below so that you can have a try by using these two images. Let's open this image with Paint first and resize it to 60 horizontal and 60 vertical. After that, save it as a BMP file. Let's create a folder, converted. After that, open this also with Paint and resize it also to 60, and then save it as a BMP file. So now we have the two converted images here, and these images have to be further converted into another special BMP format through the Python script. So open this URL, I will give a link to this URL in the video description, and download this. Now let's create a new folder called back BMP converter, and then create another new folder called BMP inside this folder, and after that copy this image, the BMP image that we generated before, into this BMP folder. After that, copy the downloaded .py file into this folder. Now create another new folder called home BMP converter, and create another new folder inside this folder called BMP. After that, copy and paste this converted BMP file into this. After that, do the same as before, copy and paste this Python file into here. Now open command prompt. After that, go to this location. So we are in D, so CD Wio Terminal video series, and then cd back BMP converter. After that, run python BMP converter.py. So I will choose 2 here because I need a 16-bit color image. Now go back one directory. After that, go to the home BMP converter directory and then run the Python script inside. So python BMP converter.py, and I will choose 2 for 16-bit color image. So now after you have done this, you can see that there's a newly generated image. And also inside here you can see the same kind of special BMP image generated. Now insert a microSD card to the computer and copy these 2 images into the microSD card. So let's copy this and paste it here. Let's again go back to the home image, copy and paste into the SD card. Now eject the SD card and insert it into the Wio terminal. So I have told you before that at the end of this video tutorial, you'll be able to draw this on the LCD display of the Wio terminal. So now let's go to the Arduino file that we have created, the simple UI, and let's start writing our codes. So let's open up the image to the side. So this is the image that you want to display, and let's go down here. So here you can see the image in the coordinate system of the Wio terminal LCD screen. So it will be easier for you to draw by following this. So as you can see, the Wio terminal has 320 pixels horizontally and 240 pixels vertically, and these pixel locations are drawn according to that. So let's make it a little bigger, and now let's start writing our codes. First, let's initialize the tft.spi.h library. So hashtag include tft.espi.h, and then let's include the free fonts.h library. So free fonts.h, and then let's include the SD card library seedfs.h. Finally, let's include the raw image.h library. After that, initialize the TFT LCD library espi tft. Then let's write our initialization codes inside the void setup. So first we need to check whether the SD card is installed or not, or else to check whether there is any problem with the SD card. So if sd.begin SD card ss pin SD card SPI while 1. So this loop will continue to run if the SD card is not installed, or if there is any problem with the SD card. If it's fixed, or if the SD card is installed, the code will start to run from here. So now let's initialize the TFT LCD screen. tft.begin, and then let's set the rotation. Set rotation as 3, and finally let's fill the screen in white color. So TFT white. So now let's start with the drawing. So I would like to start from here. So I will first draw this bit, and then I will draw this part, and finally I will display these images. So I will comment here so that it will be easier to read this code. So to comment, type 2 forward slashes and drawing for brightness. So first I would like to display this text. So first let's set the font. So tft dot set free font, and then you need to go to the freefonts.h library first, freefonts.h, to check which font you want to use. So let's check here. Let's select a font from here. So I would like to choose this font, Free Sans Bold 12 point size. So copy this and paste it here, or alternatively you can copy and paste this FF code as well. Next, let's set the text color, tft.set text color to black. Finally, let's draw the string, tft.draw string, and write it as brightness. And for the coordinates, let's go back. So the brightness text starts at 90, 10. So the coordinate would be 90 in X location and 10 in Y location. So now let's draw this rectangle. So actually there are two rectangles here. One is the rectangle with this border, and another one is the rectangle with this fill color. So let's go ahead and draw this rectangle. So to draw the rectangle, we write tft.draw rect. So this is to draw the first rectangle with the border. So it starts at 75, 45. So 75, 45, and the length of this rectangle with the border is 160. So 160, and the height is 20. And I want the color to be navy. After that, let's draw this rectangle, the fill rectangle. So tft dot fill rect. So the same X location, same Y location, and the length will be from here to here, which is 120. So 120, and the height is 20 as before, and the color I want it to be tft navy. Now let's draw these two circles, the red color circle and the green color circle. So to draw the red color circle, let's write tft dot fill circle, because we will fill this circle with red color. So fill circle. So the first point will be the center of the circle, which is 35 and 55. So 35, 55, and I will set the radius to be 25 and the color as red. After that, the green color circle is going to be tft fill circle, and the location here is 275. So 275, and the Y location will be the same, which is 55, and the radius will also be the same, 25, and the color will be dark green. So let's upload this code to the board first and check. So you have selected the correct port and the correct board. Let's upload to the board first. So now you can see the result on the screen. So next we will draw this part for the volume. So let's go ahead and comment it, drawing for volume. After that, start typing this text. So tft dot set free font, and this time I would like the font to be this, free serif bold italic 12 pt. So copy it and paste it. After that, let's set the text color, tft dot set text color as black, tft black, and let's draw the string. tft.draw string, and the string will be volume, and the location of the string will be 110 90. So 110 90. Now let's draw this rectangle as we drew before. So this rectangle with a border and the second rectangle with a fill color. So let's draw the first rectangle. So tft.draw rect, and the starting location of the rectangle will be 75 120. So 75 120, and the length will be from here to here, which is 160. So 160, and the height will be 20. So 20, and I want to fill it with navy. After that, tft.fill rect for the second rectangle. The location will be same, starting location which is 75 120, and I want to fill it from here to here, and this is actually 90, so I will make a change here. So I will add it here 90. So from here to here is 90, and the height will be 20. So finally the color will be navy. So let's draw these two circles now. So tft dot fill circle, because I want to fill it with red. So the center of the circle is 35 130. So 35 130, and the radius I want it to be 25, and the color will be red. And the second circle will be tft dot fill circle, and the center is 275 130. So 275 130, and the radius will be the same, and the color will be dark green. Now let's upload this code to the board and check the result we have so far. Now let's go ahead and display these two images which are already loaded into the SD card. So let's comment it, drawing images, and let's draw the first image, draw image, and I specified the image to be 16-bit before, so it's uint 16, and then the image name, which is back.bmp, and the image location is here, which is 0 180. So 0 180, and the second image, draw image, which is also 16-bit image, and the image name is home.bmp, and the location is 260 180. So 260 180. So now I'm going to upload this code and check the complete result on the Wio Terminal LCD screen. So if you are able to see the result like this, that means you have successfully uploaded the code to the Wio Terminal. So that's it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated with all our videos. So see you guys in the next video.